Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Mr. Echo here and you are tuned in to my first ever vlog. Yeah, Mr. Echo. Some of you might be wondering, why am I doing a vlog? I wondered myself as well, but I had the idea to do it, and I think it's for a couple of reasons. I think the overall kind of thing is that I want to kind of add value to you wonderful, beautiful people who are following me on this journey. I want to be able to not just always just ask you to check out a song or to buy this or do whatever, or get tickets to an event or whatever. Sometimes I just want to be able to just give back to you guys and girls. So a vlog, I guess, is a chance for me to just have a different touch point with you, which is not straight music, but it's something a bit more personal. We can have a bit more dialogue with it as well. And the second reason is that I am kind of passionate about this journey that I'm on as an independent artist. Those of you who know me will know that I've been doing this for a bit now, and though I hold up my hands and say I do not know everything, I think I have learnt just a little bit on my way. So hopefully I'll be able to share any helpful tips or just general kind of just learnings that I've got from over the years to people like you who are on the same journey, who maybe it's hip hop, maybe it's a different genre, maybe it's just kind of creatively or just entrepreneurially kind of on your journey towards your goals, towards your dreams, whatever that may be. Today we're talking about strategy. Now this is something that I'll say I did not have a lot of when I first started. I kind of just made music and just threw it out there, just made it to make it, which is good. I think there's something real good and pure about art for the sake of art. Having said that, at the same time, if you are doing this to become a full-time musician, full-time creative, whatever you want to be full-time in your field, you also have to think about, actually, have I got a strategy behind this? Is this actually going to achieve what it needs to achieve? As a musician, I think everyone knows someone who does music in some regard, whether it's big or small, whatever. There are thousands, hundreds, and probably hundreds of thousands of songs being uploaded every day. And to stand out in that mix requires what I like to call a bit of strategy. This is a word that I know not all creatives kind of like. A lot of people kind of say, you know what, let me just do my creative thing here and that will work itself out, but I feel like it's important. I've learned over the years as I've released music, whether it be EPs or singles, etc., that actually to stand out from the crowd requires something different. So for me, when I talk about strategy, I'm kind of thinking about, you know, how are you going to present what you do in a different way? How are you going to grab people's attention? Whether that be for a single, whether it be for a music video, whether it be for an album, whatever it is, what is going to separate you from other people? So this year, 2018, we're still in January, there's still a lot of time ahead of us to think about this for yourself. What are the things that you're going to do to try stand out? What are some of the goals that you're trying to achieve along the way to your major goal? And that goal can be different for everyone. For some people, they want to be a top 10 pop artist, do huge arena tours, etc. That's absolutely fine. Other people want to just make music from their bedroom and be able to have a sustainable living or sustainable income through that. And that's absolutely fine as well. So whatever your major goal is, it's about chopping that up into little milestones along the way so you can think, actually, yeah, I'm on the way to that, and I can look back and I can see some progress. So in terms of reaching these milestones, it's thinking about, how am I going to get there? What is the thing that I want to achieve that I know will lead me up to my ultimate goal? So for some people, that might be, if you're right at the beginning of the journey, that might just simply be something like, you know what, I'm going to spend an hour, 2 hours every week writing music, or whatever it is that you do. If that's where you're at, that's absolutely fine. For other people, you might say, actually, I'm going to try get 1,000 people engaged across my social media platforms every week. If that's you, if that's where you're at, perfect for you as well. When thinking about all these things, it's thinking, what practical things can I do to further me on my journey, to make sure people are starting to see that journey? So what I want to challenge you with is everything that you do, whether it's a social media post, whether it's a release, performing, whatever it is, I want you to think, what can I do differently to stand out? How can I achieve this in the best way possible? So for example, I myself, I've got a new single coming out very soon, video's done, everything's almost in place, which is incredible. I think the most early I've ever been. But it's a song called Heart of the Matter. It's all about love. It's all about what do we mean by love? How do we know what that is, etc. How do we find it? And I'm going to be releasing that on Valentine's Day. That's just a really, really simple sort of idea about actually how can you take what you're already doing and place it in a position where actually it will make a bit more noise. There's a bit of a story behind it. The whole way throughout your journey, you have to be kind of thinking, what is the story that I am giving people, that I am giving the audience? So yeah, I think we live in an age where people think because of the internet, you know, anyone can do anything. You just have to just create it, throw it on the internet, get famous. That's not how it works. Actually, every step of the way, take a second to actually stop and think, okay, what can I do to really make sure this hits, to make sure this really connects? And I think it's important to look at other examples around you. So there's a guy called Ruslan, who's a American hip hop artist, kind of in the Christian sphere. He was trying to grow his YouTube channel, and to do that, part of what he did weekly live videos. Well, not live videos, he did weekly one-take videos where he'd write a song and perform it on camera in one take. Pretty sick. I know he did it for a long time as well, I think maybe 3 or 6 months. Off of the back of that, he then released a project called Indie Jones. Check it out, he's just released the second one now as well. But yeah, using some of those songs as well. So a real cool way to kind of engage your fan base, reach out to new people as well, and yeah, let it lead you on your path onto the next thing. And I think there's never a point where you stop strategizing. I think the lie that we're kind of told with major artists is that, well, things just happen. Well, the truth is it doesn't. They've got huge teams behind them that do a lot of the strategizing, and as an independent artist, that's what you have to do. So I know there was even a time where people were just dropping albums out of the blue, like left, right, center. I think Beyonce kind of started the trend, I can't remember, but people were kind of like, oh, you don't even need to promo an album anymore. Yeah, if you're a major artist on a major label, of course you don't. You've got the whole machine behind you, but as an independent artist, you need to be thinking, what strategy can I put in place to make sure this connects, to make sure there's a story with it that people understand, so that I can achieve my goals and get on to the next thing and reach the overall goal. So, my challenge to you is to think about strategy this year before just releasing music left, right and centre. And that might even be your strategy. Your strategy might say, I'm going to just saturate the year with music releases. That's great, but have a moment to just think, is that what I want to do? How do I want to go about doing that? How am I going to sell this as a story? It's great doing something, but if there's no story behind it, it's harder for people to attach themselves to it. So think about whatever you want to do this year, whether you want to release 500 songs, whether you want to release 2. Think about actually how you're going to do that, how you're going to achieve that, what is your benchmark for success with each one, and be able to look back and say, hand on heart, you executed that as best as you could. Now, having said all of this, I think it's really important to also say we should not beat ourselves up if things are not going to plan. The fact of the matter is, things don't always go to plan. But don't lose your head, don't lose your cool about that. Instead, take the time to recalibrate, reform, and just think, okay, maybe there's another way that I can still be on track to my goal. And sometimes actually a bit of extra time is great, just to help you think about actually what you can do a bit different and think about your ideas in a bit more depth. My challenge to you guys this week is think about strategy. What do you want to achieve this year, and how are you going to do that? What is the story that you're going to use to connect with people? If you found this helpful, let me know. Give me a like, share, comment, all of that. Subscribe to the channel. And yeah, in the comment section, why don't we actually say, if you are someone on this journey of being a creative entrepreneur or independent artist, whatever you want to call it, why don't you share one thing that's part of your strategy this year? Whether it's big or small, don't have to go into huge detail, but maybe just one thing that you think could help someone else on their journey as well. And tune into the next one. If you have any ideas for any topics that you want me to hit, give me a shout. I've got a load of stuff that I want to talk about, especially things like how to perform well, because I've gone to too many open mics where people are rapping over their own tracks, like vocals. It kills me inside, but that's another topic. If there's anything else you want me to talk about, give me a shout. And yeah, like, share, subscribe, and big up guys.